Good, happy Thursday morning, January 10, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, heavy, wet snow cuts power to tens of thousands of granite staters. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Jennifer Crompton.
Region, snow weighing down trees and branches, heavy wet stuff that started just after dawn, hitting hard and fast, leaving first responders running from call to call.
We were out, the fire department was out. Between all of us, we were trying to cover wires down, road obstructions, those types of things. Minor, but they were everywhere, so we were running from call to call and all over town.
Road crews finding it hard to keep up too.
We've actually, our director and another guy have been chasing trees all morning long this afternoon, kind of clearing some of our ways through different roadways.
Dan Molnar of Meredith describes the snow as some of the heaviest he's ever had to shovel. He's one of the nearly 20,000 customers of the New Hampshire Electric Co-op alone to suddenly lose power.
I have a standby generator, so it wasn't an issue, but my wife's office didn't have any power, so she went to work and then had to come home.
But he headed back by afternoon. Power crews able to jump from site to site because most of the damage was done mostly by just fallen branches, unlike a storm about a month ago.
They're pretty easy fixes compared to giant trees toppling over, so we're fairly lucky today.
It's been getting better. I mean, years ago you'd lose power more often. And now, you kind of expect it with this kind of snow and these kind of conditions.
The New Hampshire Electric Co-op crews have dropped those outages from about 20,000 at its height to less than 2,000 at this hour, and that number is supposed to drop until about 10 o'clock tonight, though several hundred customers could be without power until tomorrow. And the hope is that the wind we're feeling now won't create any more issues. We're live in Meredith. Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man armed with knife robbed Hooksett toll booth attendant. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Charisse LeClaire.
This toll booth at exit 11 off 93 becoming the setting for a highway robbery early Monday morning.
I've never heard of a toll booth being held up. I'd say it's certainly pretty rare.
Rare and dangerous. The toll attendant seen in this video telling police the suspect showed a knife while demanding money.
Initially, he thought it was any other car coming through who was perhaps fumbling for their change and looking for their money.
But he wasn't. He only made off with a bag of change that may not even have totaled $1. But authorities say the crime is serious, crediting the worker for his demeanor throughout the ordeal.
The toll attendant was very calm and collected, and he was able to give as much information as he could. Again, the suspect was wearing a mask, so it was hard for him to give identifying features. However, he did give us a description of the car. Unfortunately, we were unable to locate that vehicle.
But police do plan on enhancing these videos and other images they have to get a better look at the plates and the make and model. Right now, they believe it's a silver Toyota sedan. Authorities now searching for that suspect.
The suspect was approximately 5'10" to 6 feet tall. He was wearing a mask, a ski-style mask, as well as a black jacket, so his direct facial features were hard to identify.
And now, fortunately, in this incident, that tow worker was not injured. Meantime, if you do recognize that vehicle or that man, you are asked to call state police. Live in Hooksett, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Large turnout for community forum on racism at Dover High School. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
A larger than expected crowd packs into Dover High School for the forum Facing Racism.
I'm hoping that the whole world does this.
Palmyra Wilson is a sophomore and facilitator for the student group DREAM, which stands for Diversity, Respect, Education, Advocacy, and Mission.
I felt that finally I'm being heard. Finally, people understand my side of the story.
New Hampshire Listens and Great Schools Partnership have been collaborating with the district since the summer on anti-racism and anti-bias work, including ways to be proactive.
But also, more importantly, show a sense of community and gather around, some of the work that's already been done and move it forward.
When incidences happen, it's unfortunate, but it's also an opportunity to keep doing the work and maybe to foster a sense of urgency about the work.
Personal experiences were discussed in small groups.
I think that there were folks here with good intentions and who really want to make a difference.
While optimistic, this father says he's concerned some may not understand the work that comes with change.
That would require time, resources, energy that I'm not sure if people in the community are yet ready or willing to actually do.
Have conversations about things that you're not comfortable about, and you're going to find that you have a lot of things in common with a lot of people, because that's what I found out today.
School officials, including the superintendent, were here tonight. The hope is this is just the first of many community forums here in Dover. Reporting in Dover, Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Pre-market, Dow futures fall more than 100 points as investors await signals on U.S. and China trade talks. At around 4 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, Dow futures fall 175 points, indicating a negative open of more than 204 points. Features on the S&P and Nasdaq were also seen relevantly downbeat. The move in the pre-market trade come after delegation from Washington and Beijing ended 3 days of trade negotiations in China on Wednesday. U.S. stock index were lower on Thursday morning as markets participants awaited future developments from the latest round of U.S.-China trade talks. Democrats pressure GOP to end government shutdown. House Democrats passed a bill to reopen the IRS and Treasury Department, pressuring Republicans to break from President Donald Trump and end the partial government shutdown without funding the president's $5.7 billion request for border wall. The $23.7 billion measure is not expected to advance any further in the legislative process, with Senate Republicans vowing to block it from a vote in the upper chamber, and the White House threatening to veto the bill if it ends up on the resolution desk. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.